Brother-in-law bragged about his corporate job, not realizing he was getting fired by me tomorrow. Marcus had been at my throat since I started dating his sister 18 months ago. Our relationship peaked at last Sunday's family dinner when he showed up drunk from corporate golf, immediately targeting me while everyone gathered around the dining table. He started with subtle jabs about my casual clothes, asking loudly if I owned any real business attire or just startup hoodies. When I mentioned working in tech, he laughed and told the entire family about trust fund babies who think coding makes them entrepreneurs. His voice carried that specific condescension reserved for people he considered beneath him. The assault escalated when he pulled out his phone to show off his new BMW lease, explaining how real professionals could afford luxury vehicles instead of riding Ubers everywhere like broke millennials. Marcus cornered me during appetizers, explaining how his logistics company was thriving despite economic uncertainty. He bragged about his vice president title, his $200,000 salary, and his stock options while making sure everyone heard how I probably couldn't afford my girlfriend's engagement ring. When my girlfriend defended me, he laughed and told her she was dating down, that successful women like her should find men who matched their ambition instead of supporting unemployed techies living off their savings. He grabbed my shoulder hard enough to bruise and whispered that he'd done background checks on me through his corporate connections. Found nothing impressive, he said. Just another failed startup founder pretending to be successful while bleeding through inheritance money that wouldn't last forever. The dinner table became his stage for systematic humiliation. Marcus announced to the extended family that I was basically a kept man, letting his sister pay for dates while I played with computers in my apartment. He shared fake stories about me asking him for job referrals, claiming I'd begged him to use his corporate connections because my resume was worthless. When I tried correcting him, he cut me off, explaining how tech bros always exaggerated their accomplishments to impress women. He pulled up LinkedIn on his phone, showing everyone my sparse profile while comparing it to his impressive corporate network. The family nodded along as he painted me as a delusional loser who would never provide the stability his sister deserved. Everything changed when Marcus started ranting about private equity vultures destroying real American businesses. His voice shook with genuine anxiety as he explained how faceless tech billionaires were buying established companies just to strip them for parts. He specifically mentioned the rumors about his logistics firm being acquired by some Silicon Valley parasites who'd probably fire everyone with real experience. His face went red as he described tech bros who got lucky once thinking they could run traditional businesses. When he named the acquiring company with pure disgust, I pulled out my phone and showed him the acquisition announcement bearing my signature as CEO. The dining room went completely silent as his arrogant expression crumbled into pure terror. The aftermath was swift and devastating. Marcus tried claiming the documents were fake while frantically Googling my name, finding article after article about the acquisition I'd orchestrated. His face went white as he realized the unemployed loser he'd been torturing was actually the billionaire CEO who now owned his company. I calmly explained that all executive terminations had been finalized that morning, effective immediately. His begging started instantly, but I cut him off with a raised hand. His sister watched in satisfaction as I told him his severance package would reflect his performance review, which I'd personally oversee. The family stared in shocked silence as Marcus broke down crying, realizing his career, his BMW lease, and his superiority complex had just been destroyed by the man he'd spent 18 months humiliating.